Here in the studios of Sammy Flex TV, we just finished watching the Black Stars versus Sudan qualifiers, and as it stands, Ghana is calm, like everywhere. Like listen. There's nothing apart from some sports, Kabi doing prum. Everybody is quiet, all because our team, once again, they have disappointed us big time. In fact, they have been defeated woefully, far away in Sudan. And as it stands, many are asking questions about the fate of our senior national team, the Black Stars. In today's edition of Showbiz Daily, we'll be starting with sportainment, a little bit of sport and entertainment. But our interest will be a conversation that started coming up when Kudu Mohammed started wearing the number 10 jersey in the team. There are many people who think that, hey, Ghana Black Stars, number 10 jersey. Don't make a mistake. When you wear that jersey, you flop. And according to them, this is the reason since Kudu started wearing the jersey. Now, I want us to make that one a part of our conversation. Our loss with Sudan and the future, even in the AFCON and future dealings. Before we went into the studio, I saw someone's post that, hey, if you are thinking about using the Black Stars as a route to America and Canada for the World Cup, change your plans. Because I'm saying, how now would do what who part to the change your plans because what is happening? My name is Sammy Flex. This is Showbiz Daily. In the studio, I'm doing this with Roland Amate from Shatta Movement Empire, Roland Report, as well as Roland Report on YouTube and showbizchannelgh.com. In Team Dodi Solomon is also called Chemo, and Chemo is our online manager here at Flex Entertainment Limited, and he is also Intidosu Digital Solutions CEO. You can always contact him for dealings on your online management and more. Behind the scenes, Theophilus Digosh is doing camera, and Buji Lens is the editor of this content. In the next 30 minutes, we'll be closing. So, there's a video that I would want us to watch where some people were complaining about the number 10 jersey. I don't know whether it is enough for us to see the losses that we are seeing. Let's watch this briefly before Roland takes us into this. Watch this, I'll be right back.
Jesse, what do you have to say about the number 10 Jesse?
But the only thing I will say about the number 10 Jesse right now, I don't like how the Kudu take the number 10 Jesse. He's supposed to wear the number 20 Jesse because the 20 is the spirit for him. It doesn't mean that when you wear 10 Jesse before you captain. No, when you captain, we have so many clubs. Ofori is number 1. He wear number 1 jersey, but he's a captain. He wear a captain's band. Isn't so? No, definitely. If you wear your normal jersey, you go no. But I know that right now the number 20 way he wear no. Everybody saw in the number 10 jersey way he wear no. It seems like he is the one who carried the team for his shoulder. Now things make difficult for him today. No, the only thing I have to do, I have to go back to the normal jersey way he wear. Then things make fantastic.
For the number 10, they have seen Kudu's what he did. I don't know what is going on, or maybe someone is giving him the chance to wear the number 10.
Anyway, so that was it. Some people feel that out of all our calamities of the Black Stars, the number 10 jersey is one of the factors killing us. Black Stars, you watched the Sudan match and the number 10 jersey conversation. Let me hear your opinion on it.
Well, for people, I'm not surprised though that this conversation is up anyways, because for people who cannot get their minds or heads around certain situations and do not find immediate answers, if they have certain connection with the spiritual world, definitely would want to attribute it to spiritualities and say perhaps that is the reason why they are not getting the physical answers that they want or they are looking for. And it is the same thing with the number 10 jersey. This is not the first time. Well, in other places, it is not only in Ghana though, but in other places, there are certain jersey numbers that are also seen as quote and unquote sacred. And some are even, whilst others are reserved respectfully to honor certain people in the space. Others are also seen like more important, or premium is put on those numbers more than the others, because of the caliber of people who have probably worn that particular number, or the current person wearing it.
Okay.
And here, the number 10 is one of them. I don't know if the number 3 jersey, as it stands for Black Stars, is also one of them though. But that particular conversation has not come up
Nobody's
yet.
using number 3 at the moment.
Well,
in the Black Star team, we've not seen anybody.
Exactly. So that conversation has not come out yet. But the one that is topical, obviously, is the number 10. And people would want to point it out, especially, or bring back that conversation again. I'm saying again because it has surfaced before, where Kudu Asamoah wore the number 10 jersey, and there were rumors of him having injuries, some injuries that like you can't explain, certain untimely injuries, and certain times that he wore the number 10 jersey could not perform as perhaps people know him of.
Okay.
So these kind of situations would make people bring back the conversation and say, maybe it is not yet time for Kudus to wear the number 10 jersey, or maybe he's not spiritually strong or spiritually fit to wear the number 10 jersey, as because the people who have worn it came with some level of high spiritual backing. So if you wear it and you are not up to task spiritually, then know that it is definitely going to have an effect on you. And that is the reason why people would attribute it. Now, in the physical realm, because that is where everybody is seeing whatever is going on.
True.
Does that play a role? Well, for some reason, I would say psychologically. If you ask me, aside people who believe in the spiritualities of football, physically, I would say it is more psychological than any other thing. Because, yes, there are certain conversations that people will put into your head. And if psychologically you are not strong, it can take a toll on you. Even as a professional footballer, forget the level at which you've played to. There are certain situations that you yourself on the pitch, when you are underperforming, you know. When you are doing your best, you know. And there are certain things that I tell you, when it happens and you are not able to find better explanation to it, you will start to question yourself. And that is the psychological bit of some of these things where people would want to go and pick certain jersey number and drop it.
Okay.
So for me, I don't think Kudus is having the number 10 effect. But until he starts playing like the people know him of, this is the only thing they can attribute to.
I see.
Until he starts playing, because there is a track record. Ever since he started wearing, that is not to say that he's not won the 20 jersey for Ghana to lose before. He has. But in terms of his style of play and the results that he's able to bring to the table, it has not happened whilst him wearing the number 10 jersey. So I don't know if psychologically he's also buying into that particular ideology. Yeah.
Okay.
But then, to some of us or somebody like me, I don't think it is a big deal. I think it is just one of those bad days at work for him. Yes, you may not have it like frequently or periodically, but if you are able to psych yourself into the number and settle, he will be able to play. Just like some people would say, okay, Asamoah has changed his jersey number, even when he went to number 3, until he was able to settle in that number and say, this is the number I want. There are certain players like Cristiano Ronaldo who is also addicted to the number 7 jersey. Anywhere he goes, my president and the 7, you understand? Because of certain conversations around it. Some people have been able to psychologically settle into their numbers, their jersey number of which they would want to play. So with the moment you switch, yes, that psychological thing will definitely be playing in their mind. Yes, they will be performing. You will see them playing all right, but in their minds, they are still battling to settle in those numbers. And that is what I believe.
But nobody has taken his 20 jersey.
Nobody.
He can still wear the 20 jersey and play whichever position he wants on the field.
In fact, even before this particular match, during training, he was wearing the 20 jersey to train. He wore the 20 jersey to train. But on the pitch or on the field of play, He's wearing the number 10 jersey. People should not mistake these numbers as permanent numbers for the players at this time, because this is just qualifiers. And in qualifiers, yes, the number that you start with is probably the number that you are supposed to wear throughout the qualifiers until the tournament itself. Perhaps that is the reason why he cannot just wear the number 10 and drop it and go and wear number 20. Because at the end of the day, there are cards that are being shown. There are players that are being registered in terms of team reports and everything. And you cannot just pick a number and drop it and go and wear a different number in that sense.
Well, interestingly, other places, I've even seen some people complain about Kudu's now eating pepper.
Kivo pepper.
They are saying because Kudus is now eating Kivo pepper and Kivo Gary.
That
part of the flop that he is observing. But generally, I'm not sure it is Kudus alone flopping. The whole team not seeing top like that. Well, Jamo, come through.
It's an interesting one, but well. I mean, there's a saying that say Oka Timwa. And I think this is a good example of I mean, when the team is not doing well, obviously people will want to find reasons why they are not doing well. And the reasons, some will be because of our spiritual backing, because we didn't pay certain player the amount of money that they deserve, because we didn't treat certain players well. That's why we are not doing well. But for me, I think we know why we are not doing well. Okay. From the management to the players, it's not working. And for me, I will attribute it more to the management of the Blasters. Okay. I mean, management this time around is so poor. And we have seen it. They've been talking. And look at what the GFA president did at the time that they were playing in Ghana. Yeah. It was wrong. I mean, so if such a person is the one leading, where are we going? And we have heard the allegations of corruption and other stuff, like Kwesi Nyantakyi was in charge at that time. People were accusing him of some of these things, but it was still working. This time around, I think the accusation is having effect. I think we can see a whole lot of loopholes in the things that they do. For people to attribute spiritual backing to number 10 JC, I'm not surprised that some people will go there, but for me, I don't believe in it. And again, there's nothing spiritual about it. Okay. But when you go through the history of Ghana football or people in the pitch, the number 10 jersey is always worn by the star player. Okay. Always worn by the star player. So we can mention people like Abdul Razak, Abedi Pele, Poku Nti, Stephen Apia, Dede Ayu, Kwadwo Asamoah. At the time, they were all star players in the team. So if you take that number, the pressure on you to also deliver, because now you will see you as a star player is high. And I think that's what is, happening here. So if they think that Kudu is the star player now and they are not seeing that star player thing in him, obviously people will complain. And the reason that they will sometimes push it will be the spiritual side, and others will also push it to the whatever reason that they want. For me, I think like the expectation that we are expecting from a star player is so high. Okay. And unfortunately for Kudus, he's at the time that the team is not good. And if you are a star player, you can't do much, because if you compare the time that Abedi Pele was wearing the number 10 jersey, you have a certain player like Tony Yeboah, who at the time can use his left leg or the right leg to score goals. Yeah. And the shot that will be coming from the left or the right is the same. Powerful, yeah. And so at the time, you can decide which of his leg he is going to use to shoot the ball. The same thing with Abedi Pele. At that time, we had somebody like Frank Amankwa, Isaac Asari, and others. Like all the people on the field at any point in time, they deserved it.
Okay.
They justified themselves
Why
to
they
be
were there. Yeah.
there. But this time around, we can't say same. There are some questionable players on the field that even at the point we were accusing the GFA president so much for them to drop certain players. So Kudus is for me, I think it's unfortunate that he's in a team that we don't trust the team, and even the players playing with him are questionable. And being a star player, the pressure will be on you. So I will not be surprised that people will say it's because of Kivo Meku or Kivo Pepe or Kivo Gary and others. So it's unfortunate, but the team in totality is not a good team. And I'm not surprised that they are losing games. And not even the team, even the management is not a good one.
Yeah.
From the management to the team to everything involved, every aspect of Black Star now is not working.
Yeah.
It's not working, and we can even trace it to the government. So for me, I think we should just relax and take it in good faith. Hopefully, things will change with time.
Well, because Chemo said everything is not working well, even including government, I would want us to consider a story that I came across with Ghana police and other factors involved. So if you go online, there are some people sharing some videos of Serwaa Amihere in a music video, according to reports that we have gathered. And out of this, we have seen an official report from Ghana police. And when I said, is it because, one, Serwaa Amihere is so important? Or is it because Ghana police, they don't have anything doing at the moment? They are so free. And what exactly is happening? Well, I have one or two things that I would want to read before I bring my people in. So, this is it. The Ghana police has released a statement on their official handles on Instagram. And it says, police have not arrested Serwaa Amihere. Says the Ghana Police Service has not arrested Serwaa Amihere. Our investigation indicates that the picture circulating online is from a music video. We therefore urge the public to disregard this misinformation and disinformation. And they added a post from conconcern.com that says Serwaa Amihere arrested. And meanwhile, when you look at other pages, there was clear, like everything was clear that this is a video shoot, because you could even see cameras captured in it. You could see cameras captured in it. You could see later Serwaa Amihere herself was even laughing. And after seeing the Ghana police statement, and I asked myself, what exactly is happening? Are we that free? We don't have anything doing? Or what? Or maybe it is right. Personally, me, I'm a little confused. And it makes me want to play one voice. In fact, Glenn Sam, one of the guys who was arrested during the protestation, where he said in an interview on radio that he thinks the Ghana police, they do so many things for hype. And he mentioned the IGP's name for that matter. He thinks they do so many things for the hype of it. This press statement from Serwaa Amihere, I don't know what you guys think, but you guys can be watching the videos whilst my people take the story from top. Chemo, take from top.
I have a serious conspiracy theory about this. I think there's something big coming, and this is the way for them to prepare us for it. I mean, there have been meetings, there have been seminars for them trying to teach people about misinformation and disinformation. So if you go through the statement, you will see that those words featured prominently. Like, yes. So they are just preparing us for something that I think it will not end.
No, but other stories also say that she was featured in PSC Esther's video.
No, I'm not saying that what they are doing is right. I'm saying that they are preparing us for something bigger. And what they are about to do, I disagree with them. But I'm telling you that.
Okay, you are suspecting.
Yes, watch out for the word misinformation and disinformation.
Yes.
These are terms that they use to control, to manipulate things, and legitimize it with those terms. So that's where I am pushing the thing. I mean, and I'm saying that they have done seminars. They have done other things trying to prepare people for it, so that when they begin to implement it or do whatever, then you will say that, oh, they are doing their job because some people are spreading misinformation. But this clearly tells you that they decide what is misinformation. Because this one, there's no way that if they are trained people and they want to label an information as misinformation, they will have to label this one. Because there were so many things in it.
So many things. Clearly, the people who are even behind Serwaa Amihere, their posture.
Yes. So we don't need any police information to tell us that this is misinformation or disinformation. Because there's no misinformation or disinformation here. But they were using that terms. These are technical terms. Misinformation or disinformation are when somebody falsely spread information or a misleading information. If Konkonsan give a caption that Serwaa Amihere arrested in an entertainment news, and then you can go watch the video and see that, okay, there are cameras in there, obviously they are acting something. Why would a police department come out to write the word misinformation, disinformation? So I'm telling Ghanaians we should prepare. Something worse is coming. That's what I see. Whatever that they don't want you to put out, they will label it as disinformation, misinformation, and then arrest you. That is where we are going. So we should just prepare for it. That's what I see coming. They will be labeling things and then arresting people for such. And this is the way to prepare us for it. I know that some people will not understand and will even agree that what is out there is misinformation or disinformation. But for me, when I saw it, I said, the thing has started. They have taken money from some people. Some foreigners have come in here, train them, educate them, or whatever information that they have given them, and now they are going to label things and then arrest people for that. And I bet you this will happen very soon. In fact, seeing this, I was like, nah, this is the time. And again, we are getting very close to the elections, and this is the way for them to start arresting people for just posting on social media. It is happening somewhere. It is happening in UK, for instance. And I bet you people will copy anything from our partners out there. So I will not be surprised. It will start very soon. They will start labeling things and be arresting people for such.
Wow. There was the other side I was also looking at. Like, okay, is Ghana police that free? They are not under pressure, so there is not so much work on them. That Serwaa Amihere Act would attract them to write a press statement. I was asking myself these questions as well. But Chemo has also given us a different angle to this. Well, Ro, what do you also think about this act?
Yeah, everybody would have to know we are working. So, of course,
this one there is no work.
The quick response to how quickly we are even investigating things that are even going on social media. For me, I don't have a problem with them putting this particular information out, but I wanted to see it as a reply to perhaps somebody's tweet or somebody's mentioning the Ghana police online. Maybe somebody has seen this particular headline and would want to verify from the Ghana police. Is this true? Oh, per our investigations,
like
it is not
Guinness record.
Exactly. I don't see this as so much of a big deal for you to say we are releasing a press statement. It is as huge as any other thing. This is just like the accidents that happened in East Legon, where people were expecting Ghana police to release a statement to that. explaining what is going on. But if out of a music video or somebody being arrested causes the whole Ghana Police Service to release a presser on the official social media pages and say, oh, per our investigations, we saw it is a music video. Yes, I know they have the responsibility to come and put out this information because they will tell you, oh, their personnel were captured, some of their vehicles and everything were captured in those scenes. So, yes, they have the responsibility to respond if people are asking questions. But I ask myself, like this, in this manner, like, where is the seriousness in this particular conversation?
Okay.
Where is the seriousness in this conversation? And since it is more per their own statement, I want to believe it is more sanctioned.
Sanctioned?
Yes.
By who?
Maybe by them, like maybe the people that are using the police personnel in these
They are
shops.
preparing you to arrest you.
No,
I'm telling you.
no, what you are saying, what Chemo is saying, what Chemo is saying, I don't doubt. I don't doubt because this is not even the first time they've used misinformation and disinformation.
They have started using that word.
Yes, they have about 6 different presser, even on their Instagram page currently.
That has the word in it.
Yes, and it is there. It is there. Police repute misinformation and disinformation relating to Bakavomawo visit to the police hospital. And you see, it is there. It is happening. But so I'm asking myself, okay, for you to use some of these words in these instances, there are certain instances where these words will be needed. But when you use them loosely like that, then it gives some people like Chemo their conspiracy theory certain level of water. For us to say that, okay, we are getting close to a point where now people should be very careful. And me, I would want to send this caution to the people who belong to the entertainment space. Because if we are talking about the most vulnerable, especially when it comes to the law, it is the people in the entertainment industry. We are the most vulnerable to the extent that anything can be done to us and there is nothing anybody can do about it. And especially when some of these words are being thrown left, right, center. Come on. Forget, there is nothing anybody can do. So it is up to us as yes, blah, 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 blah. So for us to be very careful, because when some of these words are being used, especially at this time, there is the probability that, and we are getting into very tensions season, which is the election, where people would want to put any form of information out.
Yeah.
So now it is up to the Ghana Police Service. Me, I will just say that in everything, I will not chastise them and throw whatever efforts they are putting into some of these conversations away.
Okay.
But since they are now up to task, because they are telling us they are now up to task to do quick investigations as matters come, we are entering into elections. And we know definitely disinformation and misinformation is going to fly around left, right, center.
So now they are going to label which one is.
Exactly.
To take action.
And we pray.
And it is a way for them to subdue some people.
Of course.
Big time.
Because they don't want you to just say anything about
Of course. And in that sense, me, I would want to pray that at least in their quest to label the situations and things that are happening, most of the important things that are really important to the country are not labeled with some of these chaff in terms of using some of these terms to throw them under the bus. Because they may cost us in the future if we want to show people that we are working. Therefore, obi did not say here bakra misinformation, disinformation, then we throw it under the bus. Tomorrow we will be setting certain precedents that we may not even be able, or we may not even be there to answer when those things really occur. So me, yes, them releasing this statement, I don't have a problem, but I would have always sent it will be reply to maybe on X or on social media. That is when you tell me your social media team are working. That is when you tell me they are working, because when this thing drop, they know. So it is not something that the whole police body will release a statement like, accident be explosion be esi wo Kaswa na accident be esi wo Islego.
Well, interesting times indeed. I was a little taken aback when I saw a whole presser from the Ghana police over something like this. I felt this is so unnecessary. These are things that we've done in the past. We see scenes in movies and we use them to write headlines, and everybody passes.
Promise wedding.
Yes.
Yes. Come on.
So now you are going to be recording those things and saying what they are misinformation and disinformation in the name of show business. Charlie, we need to be serious. As a matter of fact, we need to be. This is not something that the Ghana police should spend resources and time on. I think it is not. Well, let's leave it and talk about celebrities and some of the wahala on them. Captan, a former militant member, ex-Shatta movement member, is using his experience to tell the world that it is not easy to become a celebrity. Not only in Ghana, maybe the world over, but in Ghana, I think it is time too. It is time too because as much as you are satisfying your own personal goals, you are also supposed to satisfy others who need. And people come to me will say, when I post nice pictures, I'm scared because the moment I post a picture that I was in Dubai and in a yacht, then I'll start getting messages and calls telling my school fees. Captain's story is worth discussing. He said that when he went to Shatta movement, Shatta Wale for that matter, he went there to learn, or he wanted to go learn. And thank God, out of their recordings, he saw himself being featured on one of their big songs. And the song was on TV. His landlord, upon seeing him on TV, with Shatta Wale singing, and said, is that my tenant there? He said, oh, that's my tenant. So, okay. His rent, that was 700 Ghana cedis. The moment he saw him on TV now, about almost 80% or 70% increment to 13,000, 1,300. Yes, 1,300. And Captain said, to become a star, I cry, be not TV, so I need to watch my what me rent more. Captain is telling you that to become a celebrity in Ghana, it is hell. I know at our level, we have our own Wale, Roland there. Because somebody has seen him around Shatta Wale and the person wants more. How do we have a conversation around this? Will the people understand that the fact that Sammy Flex on TV, they be a Facebook now who Sammy Flex the studio, or share the dark, or share the 2 watches. And you Sammy Flex the channel so and now Sammy Flex is working with Shatta. Shatta Wale is throwing money. And don't person they don't hear that. They are boss to this guy. Oh my world. What do we make of Captain's story and what are the lessons in there? A video for you to watch from Kingdom FM in his interview with Fifi Pratt. Then after, we can take it over from there. Watch it. I'll be back.
I want to be a superstar. No, I didn't want to be a superstar. Like just want to learn. I want to learn and do it right because the first time I recorded with Shatta Wale, it wasn't taking over actually. We recorded like 2 or 3 songs before that. But the time interval was very short, like a week after, and we recorded Taking Over. I don't go lie you, I fear. You see, me shame. Because I slept and woke up, and my rent was 700 cedis a month, and it came to 1,003 because my landlady said she see me on TV.
Well, rent now is 700.
It went to 1,003.
Straight up.
She see me on TV. She say I 10 superstar. She see no, I get car come house. She say no. Me shimmy. Everybody, people come, they bring letters. Oh, pacho, bus school fees, and then so me shimmy. So as soon as I hit above the belt, if I hit below the belt, I let myself down and my people down. You understand? So I was scared, and I told myself, if I'm going to do this, I have to do it and do it right. Even if it will take a long time. I have to do it and do it right.
We're saying the movie now, no more releasing the first track.
Yeah, Taking Over.
When they Shatta.
Yeah.
That time, no was signed.
Yeah, we signed a contract.
Ewo SM.
Yeah.
It's now we pay and now we honor as a musician. I will catch Shatta wa more rolling.
No,
And as a musician, so order over to go for.
I just met John 77. Any Arabi.
Pay Ewo home.
Anyways, this is a social pressure kind of topic, so let me allow Chemo to break the ice on this. Chemo, Captain story.
Yeah, I mean, this is real story. I think you can't doubt this because if you have experienced just a little of what he has experienced, obviously you have gone through it or you are going through it. So for me, I think it's true. And yes, there's a huge expectation when they see you around celebrities or when you work with celebrities.
Okay.
That expectation is so huge. And yes, people, not only that when they are in need, some people, you just have to give them something because you work with celebrities. You see, there are some people who genuinely needs help. So maybe they are sick, they want something to pay for their hospital bills or whatever. That one is there. And we have other group who say, measure them and be to me on Shatta na yejuma. Like just give me something because you work with Shatta. And or you are closer to Shatta. So for what he's saying is true. And yes, it will not be surprising for me when he says that even the landlord now wants to increase the rent because you are working with Shatta. I mean, yes, they will do that. Just that the thing is, it's either you have what it takes to pay or you move on to the next place that you think that it will be okay for you. So it's just unfortunate, but it is an experience that even at our own level, we have had something closer to it, if not as big as Captan will go through. Yes, if some people hear that I work with Sammy Flex, yes, me too, they task me small.
They put that pressure on you.
Yeah, of course. So, I mean, if you are working with Sammy Flex and I'm asking for 100 CDs, you can't give me. Like how? The same way I think you go through it. Hey, if you are moving with Shatta Wale and we are asking for this and you can't do it and all those things. So the social pressure coming on you for working with a popular person is real. It's real. It's not a joke, and I don't doubt the story that Captan is sharing. I mean, you are likely going to face something similar, if not the same thing, if you are closer to any celebrity or you even take pictures with them. You still face
pictures, come on.
Pictures, yes. And for the pictures, when I have experienced it a lot. So I work on social media. I have social media pages that I manage, but you hardly see my social media being active, my own, my personal one. And it's because of that, just that people don't know, But the more you post such pictures, the more you get the demands to help people or people asking you for help.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, Captain's story, though might sound funny, if you are in it, you feel the heat more than you are feeling it. Let me go on to Roland. Ro, let me get your opinion on this.
Small help, Chemo will help people. You don't want to post pictures. Obi have been fragile, but you can say that.
Problem.
Who posting pictures? Well, for what Captan is saying, it is true. And sometimes it is the reason why some celebrities are even reserved or slow even in helping people.
Okay.
Because it gets to a point where you are not even able to differentiate between who needs help and who just wants you to give them something. Sometimes it is like that. You know, people don't give, like, they don't do charity because they have it in abundance.
Okay.
No, but because they probably are touched by the fact that another person needs help. And would want to go to their aid. But society is programmed in such a way that people imagine people's pockets and people's accounts. And out of those imaginations comes with some level of expectation.
And demands.
So, and you may share with you and you may how?
Mejo.
How? There be what we say.
Oh, Mejo.
There be what we say. And you know the funny thing?
No.
The kum kra there. Obi obe oh, mommy 20 cedis. And when you give the person 20 cedis, the person will insult you. Nti wo kakra ke ya, nti mbisa 20 cedis na the mommy. How should that be my cross to carry? And sometimes it is sad like that. I will call it sad because it is not everybody that is even able to soak some of these pressures. And they come on a daily. It is not as if, oh, a woman not about once in a while. They come on a daily. So sometimes celebrities would want to hide themselves or push themselves into certain corner, not because, okay, they feel too pompous to come out. But even if the people closer to them are feeling the heat this way, how much more them? See, let's call these celebrities for them to come and open their DMs. Let's track 100 messages they have. Over 70% of them are people who need help.
Yeah.
And in that sense, we are humans, of course. Even if you have the good standing to even help people, it gets to a point you get confused as to who really needs the help.
Yeah.
That is why sometimes they even come online and say, okay, we just want to do it. Whether it falls on a good soil or bad soil, at least I know my intention is to touch somebody today. And I hope that somebody who really needs it will be touched. And that is the conversation. So for Captan's own here, I know definitely some people will not understand because perhaps they've not been. But for what it is there, it is the truth because if you affiliate,
you want to bring yours into it, I guess.
Black kid sent me a voice yesterday and was like, hey, now he can't. You know, after that he sent another one that the watcher that he said he was going to buy, not only were the fans so high that he was now finding it difficult to go and buy the watch, but he mastered courage to go buy the watch. Now when he got there, you have to pay for everybody. You pay for everybody. And assuming the person is not also financially up to that level, of course, it is going to be pressure on the person. The person is not psychologically strong. At the end of the day, it is coming to take a toll on the person. Popular but broke leads to depression. And one of the reasons why you see most of the celebrities being depressed is sometimes out of these things. Because of Shenipa, Opia, police share or wonderful share
when we go to drop Theo, sometimes no, I'm beyond the back at my mouth.
Oh, breast pockets crowd shape. Wow. So yeah, it is very true. It is very true. But and see, no matter how people will tell their story, it is not everybody that will understand it that way. To some people, you are popular, and per the things that they see you do, the kind of lifestyle they see you live, there is no way that you can tell them that you don't have. You have, Papa, and you must collect.
Anyways, this is how we draw the curtains down for today's edition of Showbiz Daily. It has been inspiring. But then, the Ghana Black Star story alone, that one is uninspiring. It breaks our hearts to see our once bright star now looking down and cannot shine like before. Very sad. But life goes on. Who knows? Maybe the next generation will be the people to manage the team very well. On this note, I want to say thanks to Chemo, thanks to Roland Amati, thanks to you for watching, and thanks to the producers of the show, Theophilus Degosh, as well as Buju Lens. My name is Sammy Flex. If you've not subscribed to us, do that now. Let's meet again in our next video here on Sammy Flex TV. Until then, salute. We out. Bye-bye.